Wales versus Scotland. Wowee, what a cracking game coming up. Will Scotland bounce back from the loss to England? Will Wales continue this form and maybe win this time? Ooh, it's going to be a cracker at Murrayfield, guys. Guys, in this video, I'm going to be covering three main areas. Firstly, I'll give you a game style or prediction for how I think both sides will play in the game. Secondly, stick around and we'll analyse some key players for the match. And then finally, stick around till the end and I'll give you my prediction for the game. Firstly, the game style and management we expect from both sides. I think firstly, if you look at Scotland, I think firstly on attack, I think again they're going to really come to play. I don't see a lot of kicking by them. I think they'll have some real attacking intent, especially with Finn Russell at the helm. I think they'll have a lot of physicality up front. I think like last week, Townsend will have organised another at least 10 plays for Scotland. Really slick, accurate passing. On that though, guys, let me know your thoughts. I just wonder if they'll look to simplify their attack a little bit. Like, as I said against England, I just felt a lot of times their attack was just a little bit overcomplicated. You know, hugely slick, wide, fast passing, but, you know, was it just a bit too complicated? They weren't able to execute the way they would have liked, and I just wondered if they needed to just simplify it, go up the middle a little bit more, and then when they've really fatigued the defence, execute some plays a bit more in a simpler manner. It'll be interesting. Finn Russell, guys, let me know your thoughts on him. I thought against England, there wasn't a lot of razzle-dazzle by him, which was surprising. Will we see a much more mature version of Finn Russell, or will he bring out some razzle-dazzle and try a few trick plays? That'll be interesting. And what will they look to do on using the kicking options? Will they do crossfield kicks, box kicks, chip kicks? I guess, yeah, it'll be interesting, and ultimately that'll be decided by the magician Finn Russell, won't it, guys? I think if you look at defence, look, I just think that the Scotland side, they're going to look to really bring that physicality, line speed, and just shake up that Welsh side. Like, just show them early on, this is test match rugby. You know, you might have done well against Ireland, but to the Welsh players, you're in Murrayfield, we're going to take it to you and just, you know, rattle them early. Show some real physicality, shut down that line speed or that space, bring that line speed and go from there. Guys, if you're enjoying the content so far, look, please support the channel, hit the subscribe button, like the video, comment, share with friends and family. I think secondly, if we look at Wales, it'll be interesting again. Obviously, they've now lost 15 games in a row, but, you know, maybe sometimes it's not a burden. Again, they've got nothing to lose, have they? Wales rugby is probably at an all-time low. It can't get any worse, realistically, and so, you know, they've got nothing to lose. Just come and play with some confidence. So I think on attack, I think the Welsh, they'll come to play. They'll look to bring some physicality up front, come with pride. And then I think with that physicality, I think they'll shift the ball into space. Gareth Anscombe will move the ball wide, or they'll do crossfield kicks. And then ultimately, I can see them mainly looking to try and score tries in the corner, rather than probably beating that Scottish side up front through the middle with physicality. I think in defence, I think that Welsh side, look, they'll have to bring some real physicality against that Scotland side. I think they'll look to put a bit of heat on Finn Russell, you know, shut down give him no space, you know, take his time away from him. But geez, that Finn Russell, he's a tough critter, isn't he? Like, he gets some hits put on him, and he's not a big guy, is he? But he just gets back up again consistently, and tough player, isn't he, guys? I think if we look at some of the key players, guys, for the match, firstly, it'll be really interesting. Gareth Anscombe, I say the leadership of this Welsh side is absolutely crucial at the moment. So, guys, let me know your thoughts, but, you know, I suppose you kind of use the analogy in a different sport, which I'm also a keen follower of, the cricket season, right? So when a young batsman scores 3 ducks in a row, no runs at all, absolutely shocking innings, you know, in those tough times, they turn to their coaches, maybe their parents, their seniors, the leaders for advice, and just that reassurance is what they need. And I think this is a good analogy as to what this Welsh side needs. Like, they're in some real turmoil, but they just need a bit of reassurance. You know, they were nearly there against this Ireland side. You know, keep that form going, keep applying that pressure. phase play, speed, spin the ball wide and keep attacking, and a few things go their way and they will win. So I feel like that's where Gareth Anscombe needs to come to play. When it's on, he needs to show that leadership, spin the ball wide, execute plays, so to help Wales potentially win the game. Secondly, Duane van der Merwe. Guys, let me know your thoughts on him, but I suppose it's just interesting and I am a rugby nut, I'm just kind of fascinated to see how they're going to use him. So, he's just such a physical specimen, isn't he? Will they use him, off 9, off 10, off Finn Russell, crash ball upfield, instead of a sort of a loose forward? Will they shift it wide and look to get Duane van der Merwe into space? Will they use him for crossfield kicks? There's just so many different ways you can use him, but I think the more you can get him involved, the better. Like, he's just such a genuine athlete, isn't he? But, how they'll look to use him to make it most effective for the Scotland game management will be interesting. Finn Russell, I guess it'll be interesting to see, what we actually see from him. So in terms of game management, he's an experienced campaigner now. So are we expecting just more game management? He'll just shift the ball, snipe when it's on, just that really mature version of Finn Russell? Or will we actually see a lot more razzle-dazzle, which we didn't see against England? I think it'll be interesting. And again, what sort of kicking game will Finn Russell play? Like, will he be more targeted with crossfield kicks, or will he chip kicks? Or you just never know with him, and I think that's the real edge to that Scotland side and Finn Russell. You don't know how he's going to play or even what he's going to do next. I see Talopi Faletau for the Welsh side. I thought he had a good game. He brought some real physicality versus Ireland, and certainly they're going to need more of that, the Scotland side. It'll be crucial that he leads from the front, and again, like I said with Gareth Anscombe, he needs to show some leadership for that Welsh side. He needs to provide some reassurance in the tough times to the younger Welsh players that what they're doing is good, and just keep chugging away, keep composed, and keep applying pressure on that Scotland side. But he'll need to play well, and he'll need to be physical, Talopi Faletau. Finally, guys, my match prediction. I think that first half, I think sort of the first 20 minutes, I think will be close. I think there'll be some physicality, some speed. I just think, though, that this is, ultimately the game is at Murrayfield in front of Scotland fans that are hungry for the Scotland side to do well. It's not at the Principality with the hungry Welsh fans. So, like I said, I think the first 20 minutes will be close. I think maybe the second quarter, Scotland might score a try or two. Scotland will be leading by 5 points at half time. And then I just unfortunately think that the second half there might be a couple more tries to Scotland. Final score prediction, a 14-point win to Scotland at home, front of their passionate fans. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on my prediction. Is it too confident or too light? Let me know your thoughts. And guys, let me know your thoughts on the match. Who do you think will win? What do you think will be the scoreline? Who do you think are going to be the key players or tactics in the match? Do you think Wales or Scotland will play a different way, or we'll see something that I haven't included before? And guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and add any further comments you think about this absolutely cracking game coming up. Cheers.